Okay guys, this is the solution of your homework, exercise 2H question 1. For question 1, the question wants you to convert the expressions into linear form. Yeah, so as you can see, we have y equals to e to the power of ax plus b. This is exponential. That means to convert the exponential form into linear form, you have to add logarithm on both sides. Yeah, so I will use ln. So I add ln at both sides like this. That means I will have these expressions, and then because we have the powers right here, we can move it to the front using the properties of logarithm. So I will have ax plus b times with ln e, and we already know that ln e equals to 1, so we can erase this one. Yeah, and then after that I think we already done because we already have the y-axis. It will be the ln y, and then we have the x right here, and then we also have the gradient and then plus c. Yeah, so I think we already done for the first questions. Ln y equals to ax plus b. Okay, next is questions B. For question B, we have 10 to the power of something. For this one, instead of using ln, I will use lg, logarithm base of 10, because we have 10 to the power of. Yeah, when we use lg, the lg 10 will be equals to 1 later. So I add lg to both sides like this, and then I will use the properties of logarithm. You will move the powers to the front, so you'll have ax minus b times lg10, and we already know that lg10 equals to 1, so we can erase the lg10. Okay, I think we already have the linear form y equals to mx plus c. Yes, as you can see, the expression is already similar with the y equals to mx plus c. Yeah, so we are done. And then for this one is the same. I want to add ln to the left hand side and also ln to the right hand side. So I will have ln y equals to ln a times x to the power of negative b. For this one, you have to use the properties of logarithm, which is the product rule. Yeah, the product rule says when you have multiplication of logarithm, it will become plus like this. So ln a plus ln x to the power of negative b, and then we can use the properties of powers. That means the negative b can be moved to the front like this, and then if we rearrange this one, ln y equals to negative b times ln x plus ln a, it will become similar with the y equals to mx plus c. Yeah, and then next is 1d, still the same. You have to add ln at the left hand side, and then also ln at the right hand side. You'll have ln y equals to ln a times b to the power of x. Okay, and then we have to use the properties of logarithm, the product rule. That means you will have ln a plus ln b to the power of x, and then you can use the powers rule. You can move the x, so you'll have ln a plus x times ln b, and then if we rearrange this into ln y equals to ln b times x plus ln a, we can see that our expression is similar with y equals to mx plus c. Yeah, okay, that is the solution for 1d. Okay, next question is question 2. For this one, the graph is already given. As you can see, the y-axis is lny and the x-axis is lnx. We will talking about that later, but the graph also shows you 2 points. Let's label it as x1 y1 and x2 y2. Okay, so to solve these questions, first you have to choose 2 points. We already have it, which is this one. Yeah, this is the 2 points. And then the next step will be to find the gradient using this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 equals to 3.22 minus y1 is 4.02 divided by x2 is 1.83 minus 0.31. Okay, wait, let me calculate this. Okay, the answer is negative 0.5263 in 4 decimal places. Yeah, and then after that the second step will be, actually this one is the third step, yeah, but since we already have the 2 points, this is the second step. The next step will be y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. You only have to input all of them. Negative 4.02 for the y1. The gradient is negative 0.5263. X minus x1 is 0.31, and then we only have to simplify this one. Negative 4.02 equals to negative 0.5263x, and then plus 0.1632. Okay, and then I will move the negative 4.02 to the right hand side. So I will have 4.1832. Okay, and then find the value of a and n, the question says. Okay, that is the second step. The third step will be to convert the expressions, the original expressions, into a linear form. Yeah, so I will add ln to the right hand side and ln to the left hand side like this, a times x to the power of n, and then I can use the product rule. I will have ln a plus ln x to the power of n, and then I will move the n to the front, so ln y equals to ln a plus n times ln x. Okay, and then as you can see, we already have the y equals to mx plus c. So the ln y will act as y, and then the ln x will act as x, and then this one will be the gradient, and this one will be the c. So we only have to compare it with our expressions. Yeah, so we have y equals to mx plus c right here. Okay, so because the c is ln a, that means ln a have to be exactly the same with this one, so I can conclude that ln a equals to 4.1832. so a equals to e to the power of 4.1832. A equals to e to the power of 4.1832. It's 65 in 2 significant figures, it says, so 66. A equals to 66, and then to find the n, I only have to compare this one. Yeah, the gradient is n and the gradient for this one is negative. That means n equals to negative 0.53 in 2 significant figures. There you go, this is the n and the value of a. Okay, and then next is question 3. For question 3, the graph is already given. The axis is lny and also x. The 2 points also given. Let's label it as x1, y1, and x2 and y2. Okay, so first step, you have to find the gradient. Gradient equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the y2 is 4.33 minus 1.84 divided by x2 equals to 7, x1 equals to 1. Let me calculate this one first. And the answer for the gradient is 0.415. And then the second is y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. Y minus 1.84 equals to gradient is 0.415 times x minus x1 is 1. And then let's simplify this one. Negative 1.84 equals to 0.415 x minus 0.415, and then I will move the 1.84 to the right hand side. This, wait, let me calculate it first. Negative 0.415 plus 1.84 equals to 1.425. Okay, because the axis is ln y and x, we have to change the y into ln y, and this one still x, yeah, because the axis says the x-axis also x. Yeah, the same as x, usual x. Okay, and then after this we have to compare with the initial or the original expressions. It will be this one. Because the question says ln y, I have to add ln on both sides. So I will have ln y equals to ln open brackets k times e to the power of n times x minus 2. Okay, and then I will use the product rule. Multiplication will become addition in ln, in logarithm, and then you have this. Then I will use the powers rule. I can move the powers to the front, so I will have ln k plus n times x minus 2 times ln e. Ln e equals to 1, so I can erase this. That means we already have the linear form. I will rearrange it like this, and x, oh sorry, I have to multiply this one first, minus 2n plus ln k. Okay, let's compare it with the expression that we already have. I will copy this one and then I will put it below so we can compare it easily. And then I will move this, move it a little bit like this, yeah, so we can compare it easily. So we have 0.415 for the n, so I can conclude that n equals to 0.415. and then for this one, this and this, we have to use a little bit algebra to find the value of k. Okay, so we have negative 2n plus ln k equals to negative 1.425. First, I will input the value of n because we already have the n, 0.415 plus ln k equals to negative 1.425. And then after this, I will calculate this one first. Wait, negative 2 times 0.415 equals to negative 0.83 plus ln k equals to negative 1.425, and then ln k equals to negative 1.425 plus 0.83, negative 0.595, and then k equals to e to the power of negative 0.595. So k equals to e to the power of negative 0.595 equals to 0.552 in 3SF, yeah. Oh, the question wants you to answer it in two significant figures. That means this one is 0.55 and the n is 0.42. There you go. Okay, next is question 4. For question 4, the points are already given, x1, y1, x2, and y2, and then you have to express log 10y in terms of x. Okay, so first we have to find the gradient. Gradient equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 11 minus 5 over 6 minus 2 equals to 6 out of 4, so 3 over 2. Okay, that is the gradient. And then y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. So y minus 5 equals to gradient is 3 over 2 times x minus 2. That means y minus 5 equals to 3 over 2x minus 3. And then y equals to 3 over 2x plus 2. Okay, but the question says log 10y is plot on the vertical axis and x is plot on the horizontal axis. That means we can change this one into LGY, and then we can change this one into x, yeah, because the axis is LGY and x plus 2. Okay, this is the first answers. And then for B, we have to express y, yeah? So let's continue. We have LGY equals to 3 over 2x plus 2. We can move the LG to the right hand side. It will become 10 to the power of 3 over 2x plus 2. And we are not finished yet because the question wants you to answer it in that form. That means we have to split the 10. You'll have y equals to 10 to the power of 3 over 2x times 10 to the power of 2. That means this one is 100. I will write the 100 first, times 10 to the power of 3 over 2x. Okay, and then from this we can conclude that a equals to 100, and then b equals to 3 over 2. Yeah, so a equals to 100 and b equals to 3 over 2. There you go. Okay, next is question 7. For question 7, you have to draw the graph of ln m against t. Be careful with this one because the table shows you m, not ln m. Yeah, so you have to add the table first. You have to add ln m to the table. That means you have to calculate the ln 40.9, ln 33.5, ln 27.4, ln 22.5, and also ln 18.4. And this is the result. ln m equals to 3.71, 3.51, 3.31, 3.11, and 2.91. So based on this table, we have to draw the graph of ln m against the t. Okay, I will draw it roughly because I don't have a graph paper right here. So I have t for the x-axis and the ln m for the y-axis. The t starting from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So let's say this one is 10, and then this one is 20, 30, 40, and 50. Yeah, and then after this you have to plot the ln m. The lowest is 2.91. So I guess I have to do it like this. 1, 2. Oh, no. Wait. Maybe like this. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. We'll start with 3.71. 3.71 maybe around here, and then 3.51. My bad. 10 with 3.71, right? That means right here, and then 20 with 3.5 right there, and then 30 with 3.31, and then 3.11, and then 2.9. Okay, so this is our line, and then we only have to connect it using a straight line. Yeah, so and then use your graph to estimate the value of m0 and k, m0 is taken from the original equations, yeah, so we have m equals to m0 times e to the power of negative kt. So we'll do the steps. The first one is choose 2 points. For this one I will choose this one and the last one, yeah, so we have 10, 3.71 and also 50, 2.91. So this is the x1, y1, x2 and y2. Okay, second step, we have to find the gradient. Gradient equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Just input the numbers. We have 2.91 minus 3.71 divided by 50 minus 10, and the result of this one is negative 0.02. So this is our gradient. And then use the y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1 to find the equation of the line. Y minus 3.71 equals to gradient is 0.02 times x minus x1 is 10, and then you only have to multiply this one and that one, negative 0.02x plus 0.02. Okay, and then after this we have to move the 3.71, so y equals to negative 0.02x plus 3.73. Oh my bad, this one should be 0.2, yeah, 0.2. okay, so this one is 3.91. Okay, after this you have to change the y into ln m because the y-axis is ln m and the x-axis is t. It means you will have an equations like this plus 3.91, and then we have to compare with the original equations. We have m equals to m0 times e to the power of negative kt. That means we have to put ln on the left hand side and ln on the right hand side. Ln m equals to ln m0 times e to the power of negative kt. So ln m equals to ln m0 plus ln e to the power of negative kt, and then we can move these powers to the front. You'll have negative kt times ln e, and we already know that ln e equals to 1, so we only have negative kt. And if we arrange it like this, it will be similar with the one that we already have before. Okay, so let's compare this one. Negative 0.02 equals to negative k, so I think negative k equals to negative 0.02, k equals to 0.02. And then for the m0 you will use the 3.91. That means ln m0 equals to 3.91, and that also means mo equals to e to the power of 3.91. yeah, when you move ln it will become e, and then the m0 equals to e to the power of 3.91. It will give you 49.9, and the question wants you to answer it in, okay, it doesn't tell, so just answer it like this, yeah. K equals to 0.02 and m0 equals to 49.9. Next is C, the half-life of a radius substance is the time it takes to decay to half of its original mass. Find the half-life. The half-life is the, wait, let me read it first. Okay, it says the half-life is the time it takes to decay to half of original mass. Okay, so based on the sentence, I will use these equations. So I will rewrite the equations like m equals to m0. We already have the m0, which is 49.9, and then e to the power of negative 0.02 times t. Okay, the question says we have to find the time when the mass is half of the original. So as we already know in the sentence, it says that this one is the original mass. That means to become half, it has to be 49.9 divided by 2 is 24.95. So the final mass have to be 24.95 to become half. Yeah, so I will put it right there, 49.9, and then e to the power of negative 0.02t, and then you move this one, you will have half equals to e to the power of negative 0.02t, and then you move the e, you'll have ln half equals to negative 0.02t, and then ln half is negative 0.693 equals to negative 0.02t. That means the time equals to 34.6. There you go. This is the value of the half-life or the time. Okay, that's it. Okay, next is question 8. For this one, the question wants you to convert the equation to a form suitable for drawing the straight line graph. So first, you have to take a look at the original equations, and then you have to change this into the linear function. Yeah, so I think we have to move the 25 first. So you have t minus 25 equals to k times e to the power of negative nt, because if we didn't move the 25 before, we cannot use the properties of logarithm. Yeah, so we put ln on both sides equals to t minus 25, and then this one is k times e to the power of negative nt, and then after this we will separate the right hand side using the properties of logarithm, ln k plus ln e to the power of negative nt, and then ln t minus 25 equals to ln k minus nt times ln e. The ln e will become 1, so we can erase this, and then we have to rearrange the right hand side. So I will have negative nt plus ln k. So at this point we already have the y equals to mx plus c. There you go. This is the answers for question A. Next is question B. For question B, you have to draw the straight line graph and use it to estimate the value of k and n. Okay, so B, we have to create the graph at the table of ln 7 minus 25 and also t. We already have the table of t, but we don't have the table of ln t minus 25, so we have to create it first. Ln t minus 25. For the first one, you will input 63.3 and then use your calculator to calculate that one. For the second, you will input 57.7. For the third, it's 52.8. The fourth is 48.7, and the fifth will be 45.2. Yeah, I will calculate this one first. Okay, so this is the result after I input the t into this one. So ln t minus 25. Yeah, that means we can draw the straight line graph right now. I will draw it roughly because I don't have the graph papers. Okay, so the time is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. This one is the t, and then this one is the ln t minus 25. Okay, so the ln t minus 25 start from 3.00. That means I can make this into 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6, 3.7. I think that's enough. Let's plot all of the points. First is 2, 3.65 right there, and then 3.49 is right here, and then 3.32 right there, 3.16 is right here, and then 3.01 is right there. Okay, so this is our line. And then we have to find the initial temperature of the drink. That means we have to find the K and the N first. Yeah, let's choose 2 points. I will choose this one and this one. So the first point is 2, 3.65, and the second point is 10, 3.01. This is the x1, y1, x2, and y2. Next is to find the gradient. Gradient equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That means the result is negative 0.08. Okay, this is the gradient, and then you have to find the y minus y1. Y minus y1 equals to m open brackets x minus x1. So y minus y1 is 3.65 equals to negative 0.08 times x minus x1 is 2. That means y minus 3.65 equals to negative 0.08x plus 0.16. So y equals to negative 0.08x plus 3.7081. Okay, then we have to change the y and the x to the axis. Yeah, the y-axis is ln t minus 25, so this one will be ln t minus 25, and this one is the t equals to negative 0.08t plus 3.81. Okay, so this is our linear function. Next is to compare with the original one, the one that we already have before. Yeah, let's compare this one. Okay, so as you can see, the gradient is negative n, and the gradient for this one is negative 0.08. It means negative n equals to negative 0.08, n equals to 0.08. So this is our n. Next is the ln k. The ln k has to be the same with this one. So ln k equals to 3.81. That means k equals to e to the power of 3.81. Let's calculate this, and you will have k equals to 45.2. There you go. Okay, so this is the solution of your homework. I hope that you can understand it well. Wait, no, we haven't finished yet. The time, the initial temperature of the drink. Okay, so I will copy this one first, and then I will input the value of k and the n. T equals to 25 plus k, the k is 45.2, e to the power of negative 0.08 times t. The question says the initial temperature. Initial temperature means the temperature when the time equals to 0. Yeah, because initial means the time is 0. Negative 0.08 times 0. Okay, let's calculate this. And the result is 70.2. That means the initial temperature is 70.2. Next is to find the time taken for the temperature to reach 28. So this time we have to replace the temperature with 28. So 28 equals to 25 plus 45.2 e to the power of negative 0.08 times t. The question wants you to find the t. Yeah, so you move the 25 first. We have 3 equals to 45.2 e to the power of negative 0.08 t, and then you move the 45. 3 divided by 45.2 equals to e to the power of negative 0.08 t, and then let's calculate this one. We'll have 0.0664 equals to e to the power of negative 0.08 t, and then I will move the e, it will become ln 0.0664 equals to negative 0.08 t, and then I will move this one, so I will have ln 0.0664 divided by negative 0.08 equals to t, and just calculate this. It's 33.9 equals to t, so the time taken is 33.9. Next is the room temperature. Wait, what is the meaning of room temperature? Okay, this is quite hard because the question didn't tell you what is the meaning of room temperature, yeah. But let's think about the situations. The situation is you put a coffee in a room, and then you will leave it until the coffee is the temperature of the coffee is going down or decreasing, right? But as we already learned in the physics, when you have an object with higher temperature than another one, and then when you combine them, the temperature will be the same, yeah. As well as this one, guys. So I think like the initial temperature of the coffee is 70.2, right? And the 70.2 will decreasing until the temperature will be the same with the room temperature, because we put the coffee in a room, right? So and to this temperature going down until it's the same with the room temperature, it will take a long time, yeah, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, so we don't know yet, but we can assume that the time taken will be take a long time. That means I can put the time with infinity, but since your calculator cannot calculate infinity, maybe we can put it as 1 million or something else, yeah, as long as it's a big numbers. And then when we calculate this using the calculator, you will have 25 as the result, yeah. Or you can tell that the room temperature will be the same with this one, because 25 is added with the with this function, yeah. This function will make the 25 increasing, and this function altogether will make the 72.2 decreasing, yeah. I think that's it for the C. I hope that you can understand it, yeah. It's a little bit weird for the question C. Okay guys, we'll see you again in the class. Okay, bye bye.